Oh shit. Oh shit. We're already. Hello everybody, and welcome to another. I guess this isn't really another stream, even though this is on my own platform. But everybody, it's the Restart Box. This is a podcast that's strictly for Black Magic and AMA, and we're going to continue to talk about that later in the podcast. Who we are, what we do. I'm your host, Derek, along with my co-host, Andy. Hi, Andy.
Hi.
So, this is going to be a weekly thing. We might have one episode, we might have 2 episodes, we might have 5 episodes. We don't really know. We're just going to go with it until the wheels fall off. So, again, I'm Derek. I've been racing on console for about 10 years. I'm a rookie on... we have 1%. Hell yeah. So, I am a rookie on iRacing. I've been racing since October. Joined AMA, and we'll get into AMA. We were supposed to have the El Presidente, but he didn't decide to show up. But Andy, you are the owner of Black Magic Studios. Tell me about it. How did it start? Why did it start? Where did it start? When did it start? They started.
I feel like I should have a script for this. Like I've told this story a few times now. I started to I got into iRacing about 4 years ago now, right after COVID, or like right middle of COVID, right end of COVID for Christmas. I got it on a whim because my brother got me a wheel, got me a Logitech G29. I loved it, and then I learned that you could paint your own race cars, and I started painting race cars using iRacing templates, just like everybody does. And then I got hooked up with a pretty well-known broadcaster, the Bearded Sim Racer, who now works for Podium. Was working with him a lot, painting cars for him, and then he liked my stuff, so eventually started doing more and more and more and more. And I met Brian, which he's a mutual friend. We actually raced the same track every weekend, and from there, the friendship kind of intermingled. We just meshed, and it's like perfect.
Absolutely.
And that started the race team, and that started graphics, and now we got these really badass graphics we use on every car we use.
Yeah,
every car we make.
Absolutely. And and Brian was supposed to be here, but he wasn't feeling too well, so shout out to Brian.
Poor guy has a sinus infection.
Oh man, and and he partied, but we'll get to that at a later time.
Hard.
So, like I said, so the Restart Box, it's going to talk about everything Black Magic. We have a wide variety of just everything from NASCAR to Oval to IndyCar to
24 to IndyCar.
Yeah, we do anything and everything. We have everything covered. Dirt cars. Not only that, but we have actual race car drivers that race in real life, not just on a simulator.
Right.
So we have everything to talk about, and I'm so excited about what we have in store for you guys and moving forward. And we're also going to talk about league racing. Myself, David, Colby, Brian, a bunch. We have like at least half of the AMA league filled with Black Magic Studio guys, or someone who drives a Black Magic Studio car. So I don't really do much with paint schemes. I just come with ideas, and I just tell dumb Woody over here, hey, I think this would be really cool. However, I'm a videographer. I do like making videos. We have a commercial we're going to show here. It hasn't been shown that I know of anywhere besides our group.
Not much. It's starting to make rounds, but it's not much.
I love to hear it. So that will be not only God, I just banged my head. It's not only going to be on this podcast that it will be shown. It will also be shown on AMA during their Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, anywhere and everywhere. So I'm excited about that. We'll share that here in a little bit.
It's going to be in the AMA broadcast, race broadcast. We already know that.
Yep.
We know it might be in a couple other league broadcasts because we have some ins over there, with Admin Box fishing the guys over there. So this could be a big thing. Me and Derek getting hooked up here.
Yeah, and
I'm excited.
my thing was, so I joined AMA. I again, a rookie. I don't really know anything about iRacing besides you just get iRacing, you subscribe, and you just race. So obviously, anybody that knows my past, I love league racing. I had my own league. I controlled anything and everything when it came to NASCAR racing on console. When it comes to iRacing, no idea what the hell I'm doing. So I contacted a couple of leagues. AMA was up there. Ended up getting contacted with Kendale. And then that led to Black Magic Studios sponsoring AMA. And then I was very annoying to the Black Magic Studios of, hey, I want a car, I want this is how I do it, and then they sent me let's talk about that. Let's just funny haha. So I wanted a car with hexagons or honeycomb effect, and I'm not going to mention who made it, but somebody made the car and it didn't have hexagons or honeycomb effects. And they sent me the paint scheme, and I said, it's a cool paint scheme, I would drive it, however, it's not what I paid for. And they said, it is what it is, I'm going to bed, I'll do it tomorrow.
It, but what time was it when we sent that to you?
It was like 11 o'clock.
1:30, 2 o'clock? Yeah, it was pretty late.
It was pretty late. But, yeah, we got some... I tell you, the artists behind Black Magic Studios, Brian, Colby, and Dunwoody, amazing talent. Amazing talent. We have, I mean, you guys are all over the place, aren't you? Like, so many leagues.
I lost count. I've lost count. And
I mean, we counted, over like 500 paint schemes you've made?
Yeah. In a short 3.5 years, we're at like 400 or 500 paint schemes.
Yeah. So, and there were plenty more. I mean, it's I don't want to say nonsense, but it's ridiculous how much you've been doing. You're pumping sometimes 3, 4, 5 cars a day.
And it's hard. It's getting hard to make them all look different.
Yep. Understandable. You don't want to copy.
The creativity is running out.
And that's where I come in.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you've brought us 2, 3 great ideas, and granted they're for your cars, but it's a start, right? We got to start somewhere.
Hey, our Daytona 500 cars looks pretty sexy, and that was both me and you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I don't know if you got a way to pull them up and show them off or not.
We will. We will here in a bit. But yeah. So AMA. How did you and Black Magic Studios get into AMA? I'm sure you've talked about it before.
So okay. So AMA started last year as Interstellar. It was Interstellar Racing League. That's Kendall's baby. It was Interstellar. We started. That joined, and we joined because of a team that we sponsored. So we sponsored what was the BAM Racing team, whatever they're called, and we were painting cars for them, painting trucks for them, and one of their guys, who is now one of our guys, asked us to join the league with him because the league was getting bigger, and he wanted us to join. So we joined, and me and Kendall hit it off the first night really well, and it was fun. It was competitive. I mean, I've raced in so many different leagues where I'm getting drugged, like half a lap behind. It's no fun. We all know that. That's no fun. You want to have a shot at winning. And I joined AMA, and immediately, third race of the season, we won the race. We won Las Vegas. Uh, and then right after that, Pat won Texas and Bristol back to back. So it was like, okay, this is a good league. It's really competitive, clean racing, fair racing. It's a lot of fun. And then that led into let's invite more guys to come race. Let's invite more guys to the point where now we're at 2 full teams this year with the main team and the R&D team that we're gonna go try to win 4 championships, 3 championships in this.
Yeah, and being part of this team, again, coming from console, I owning my own team or joining a team, it's hit or miss. You either have people that are immature or people that are like, hey, we're a team. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But this, it seems very organized. It seems like everybody's on the same page. Everybody wants the same thing, but we all want each other to succeed, and we're going to help each other succeed. And that's what I love. Being a guy that, I don't really know much about iRacing. I think, I just push your foot on the throttle and turn left a little bit and release the throttle. I'm thinking it's like a video game, but there's so much that goes into it. Saving tires, going a certain percentage of throttling, and so on and so forth, that I can bounce back with you, Colby, Brian, Ted. There's so many guys that are willing to help, which is amazing. And then we have somebody like, Mark Murphy, who is basically a pro driver on iRacing that is willing to help anybody.
Right.
That's
If you know how the iRating and the iRating system and all that works, Mark Murphy's is our pro driver. He's one of our aliens.
I think
500 iRating is hard to get to, and he's there. He was 6,000 when he joined with me, and he's on this team because I painted his car. And then just kept talking to him, invited him to run a Daytona 24. He saw how I run the team and how I want the team to be run and all that. He's like Derek. He wanted to be here for it.
Yeah, and
yes,
go ahead.
yeah,
Sorry.
he has his other team. He has other teams and stuff like that, but he's 100% Black Magic first. He's already told everybody who's told him that you got to run this paint scheme, and he said he'll tell you in his contract it's Black Magic first. I'll run any car as long as Andy paints it.
Yeah, Mr. Chicken.
That's big to me. That's big to me because it's like he's probably the top 10 guy in an Indy car on the service. He won back-to-back championships in our paint schemes.
Yeah, that is crazy. That is crazy to think about. And shout out to Mark Murphy, one of the best drivers. I haven't raced with. Actually, no, I did race with him at the recruitment race. I did race with him. And let's talk about. Let's talk about the recruitment race. So my only recruitment race, the only race I've done for AMA so far, was the Talladega recruitment race. That's where I actually got to meet Mr. Dunwoody and Brian and Black Magic Studios, basically. From my experience, it was good until there was somebody, we're not going to mention the name.
It was good till it wasn't.
Yeah. So from my my vantage point, the recruitment race was going fine. I think I was like 3rd or 5th, something like that, and going to turn 3.
Yeah, I think you were the 3rd car on the bottom.
Yeah, so 5th, 7th, something like that. I was up in the top 10, and somebody basically just did not want to get off my back bumper going into the corner, lifted my back tires off, and I had no control of my car. And spun out, wiped out the entire field. I felt really bad. I felt like an idiot, but at the same time, it wasn't my fault. Just because I was maintaining what I was doing, making sure I wasn't hitting the guy in front of me to cause a big wreck. And then that led to people not knowing how to restart on Talladega, from all places. And
then you wrecked my car.
I wrecked it. I wrecked it to Dunwoody. That was bad. But that was the ceiling point, or the ceiling point of me joining Black Magic. I asked Dunwoody. I was like, hey, like, if you have any spot, if there's any way you can make another team, anything, I would be honored. And So far,
We shuffled our second Ford team to be a Chevy team just for you.
yeah, because you guys already made like 3 paint schemes that where it's a Chevy, and you didn't want to go ahead and remake another one. But yeah, I mean it. Like I said, this team we did a Daytona 24. Never done a Daytona 24. Your Daytona 24 was good, finishing the top 5. Mine,
Good.
well, you guys could have finished in the top 3, possibly won the race, but you had some stuff to overcome. But yeah, for me, it was miserable.
You finished. You finished. You
I
earned the most amount of laps. You asked for it. You completed it.
I yeah, like I told you before. I think it would have been different if we weren't so if we didn't wreck. I think it would have been different.
Yeah.
I think I would have enjoyed it a little bit more if we didn't if the car wasn't wrecked 9 times. But there's always next year.
Next year, next month, 2 months, 2 months. We got 2 months of Sebring.
Sebring.
12 hours of Sebring.
But
And we're gonna have more stacked cars for that.
let's talk about AMA real quick. I know we keep talking about AMA. This is the first week for or season opener, basically 2024 season.
Yep.
We got Cup trucks. I was almost I caught myself. We got trucks. I almost said it again. Rogue Energy Series.
We have track racer trucks. Track racer trucks, Rogue Energy Grand National Series, which is your second series, and then you have the Cup cars, which don't have a sponsor yet.
Yeah,
That's official.
Here's the cool thing about AMA. The trucks is the high point. That is the best drivers.
Year.
Yes, for this year. And then next year will be.
It's gonna flip to be normal.
Yep.
So at least that's the word on the street.
Yep. But we got the Clash at the LA Coliseum. Have you ever raced at the LA Coliseum?
I have run laps. I have not raced.
What is your opinion about it? Because you already know my opinion.
I'm pretty sure you already know my opinion. It's going to be a crash fest. But I think you're going to learn. I think you're going to learn who is willing to crash somebody and who's not going to crash somebody. You're going to learn how some of these people race in a hurry.
Yeah, and
you're going to learn what these people will do to win in a hurry. Like, it's a non-points race. You're willing to go down that corner and shove somebody out of the way. Yeah. I know I am. I've proved that once already in AMA. Yeah, allegedly.
He wrecked 2 of the 4 drivers in the championship race.
I didn't wreck them on purpose. It just kind of happened.
And he didn't even win the championship.
Yeah, just rub it in.
So, Cup Series, Rogue Energy, and then Truck Series, they're all at LA Coliseum. With AMA, we follow the real-life schedule of the actual NASCAR series, or NASCAR schedule.
Unless the track is not on the service.
That's what I was getting to. For instance, the Rogue Energy series, which is also the Xfinity series in real life, they don't have Portland scanned in iRacing, so we're running Road America to replace that. However, and I already brought this up to the president, if we are running the real-life schedule, why is the Rogue Energy series going to the Clash? This is my thing. I don't like the... Huh?
It's definitely an argument to be had.
I don't like the LA Coliseum. I haven't run with the Cup cars, so I can't say.
I think it's going to be more fun than we think.
It's just I don't know how to drive it. I think that's my problem. If I knew how to drive it, if I wasn't locking up the front tires and going straight into the wall, yes. But I was also told by the president that we were going to get a setup. And
here's going to be my first statement: is you haven't asked me how to get around the racetrack yet. I'm sure I can figure that out.
Because I'm waiting for a setup.
Sometimes you can't wait on a setup.
Anyway, so
sometimes if you wait on a setup, you get stuck with something you're not expecting, or you get the setup you would have already been practicing. You could have probably already been practicing, depending on what setup it could be.
Yeah. The thing is, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to I don't have to race it. I've been told that by everybody. I don't have to race it. I'm very vocal about it. I would, if we were going to do a clash for the Xfinity series or the Rogue Energy series. Sorry, that's going to be very hard for me to get. But
if it was my league, it'd be Daytona. But
thank you. Say it again loud for the people in the back.
I just like it Daytona. Even if it's the Daytona road course, I just prefer Daytona.
Oh, dude, I would love the Daytona road course. Somebody clip that, or don't, because I'm gonna regret it.
It's not like we haven't just turned about 800 laps there. You know,
I did
IndyCar, basically.
I did 400 and whatever amount of laps. It was again
a lot. Too many.
So what is your? You already touched base on it. You think it's a wreck fest, but what is your goals for the race? Obviously, finish first.
That's got to be the goal every time.
Yeah.
If I run it, which I probably will, if I don't run it, I'll race control it. I've already told Kendall that. I just want to learn who people are and how they race. I want to learn that Derek Jewett's going to drive in the corner and just drive through me because he either can't drive or because he wants to win and he just wants to move everybody out of the way. Or I want to know that Klaus Williams is going to go in the corner and race it really hard no matter what. I've raced around all these guys already for a year, whereas Derek hasn't. So I think that's going to be a big thing. Is just learning who's out there and who's not, because there's a bunch of new faces. The league is tripled in size. So I'm excited to learn the new names, new faces.
And I'm excited just because this league is actually ran by adults and not children, and it seems like they aren't fully egotistical. They're going to take care of the league, and we actually have real life sponsors. Like I've never experienced that. So obviously there's a lot of pressure on me because I have my own sponsors that I never had. Well, I had but didn't in some way. That's a weird thing. Don't really want to get into it. But some of these guys have real sponsors that are on their cars and trucks. So it's to showcase what we are as drivers, and hopefully one day, we can be like a William Byron or a William Byron. Then that's the only person I know.
Martin
Truex. He was on iRacing?
Martin Truex was on NR 2003 with Dale Jr.
Ah, that's crazy. I didn't know that. The more you know. So, another thing about this podcast, we're gonna show our personalities. Our personalities, in my opinion, are the best part of this podcast. We'll have guests on here. We should have 4 people on here, if not more. Colby is going to be here. Huh?
That might get a little too much, but we'll see.
We're not afraid to say fuck. We're not afraid to be a little hostility,
we're gonna argue. We're gonna have the bad races. We're gonna argue. We're gonna out the people we don't care about in the league.
Yep.
We wear our emotions on our sleeve.
My thing is, I'm probably the most tatted person in the league, and I'm a rock star. I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna act how I want to act, and that's it. But I'm gonna race respectfully, just like Dunwood's gonna race respectfully. Colby, I don't know. I think he's gonna wreck a lot of people. That's a joke. That's a joke. Again, personality. So, you want to unveil the Daytona 500 cars?
I think we should.
Okay, let's go ahead and do that.
We haven't publicly. You have them?
Yeah, I got. I'm gonna do one by one. So, This is Mr. Dunwoody's Black Magic Purple Scheme. It is fantastic. Okay, we don't have the entire car up, but purple. It's purple chrome, right? Purple chrome.
Purple chrome, neon yellow.
Yep.
So that if I got a spotter, the spotter can see it.
Yep.
It's me.
it is. So we based this car off of RFK, and
A little bit.
in a little bit, I wanted my Black Magic scheme for the Rogue Energy series. It does have hexagons, but this is what I wanted. I wanted this, and I got what I wanted, or I got what I got, and I was okay with it because I was already a pain in the ass. But like this right here is super super sexy. I think the whole design is awesome. I love the front end. It's on the new Black Horse Mustang.
Dark Horse Mustang.
Dark Horse, Black
All right.
Horse, same thing.
So what we found was the Dark Horse Mustang, but then because they threw us the curveball of updating the noses a week before the race, so we had to deal with that. And then Colby sent me a picture from Twitter of the new. What it is it's RTR. If you know who RTR is, that's a Ready to Rock or Bond Jr.'s drift car. So he sent me the grill nose piece for the Dark Horse for the next gen. So I said we're going with that. We're going in that because I like that a lot better.
Yes. And
So,
what do you think of the Dark Horse?
I love the Dark Horse. I've seen them in person. I think they're great. I don't know how many more V8 Mustangs we're gonna get with the stick shift in the future. So I hope they keep them around.
Yeah, and we'll show off. So he has the Black Magic. I have Strung. Strung has been a sponsor of mine for, I want to say, 5 years now. And I love this paint scheme. I love it with the red and the gold. I love the gun steel or gun steel engine turn.
Engine turn.
I don't know why I thought gun
Gold
steel.
leaf. Gold leaf.
Gold leaf. There we go. This is just a beautiful car. So I was there for a little bit of helping you out, kind of throwing together this car. Excuse me. What was the inspiration? What was the idea behind both cars?
We started with the RFK 17 and 6, the Fastenal cars. So I started by drawing the lower graphics right there behind the 7. At the bottom where our contingency logos are. Wrong button.
No.
So I started by drawing those. And then from there, the challenge was getting the hexagons to look right. Which is the hardest part. Because those hexagons have a color fade behind them. Which is something we've never done. So it's something totally new. So I learned taught myself a few new techniques on that one to make it work. And you can probably load it on iRacing and show it better. Derek.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
But,
Let's do that. Yeah.
At least yours. Because then you can rotate it around and really show it off. But
Yeah, I got you. It'll show off the chrome better too.
yeah, so that was something new and difficult, totally different that we weren't ready for. And then on top of that, we added the spec map, the chrome spec map, which I knew I was going to do the whole time. I just didn't tell Derek. And then we added the music notes in the spec map, which I've done that before, but
So this is what it looks like. Not
Wrong
on
button.
track, but
that's trading paints.
yeah. But I'm loading in.
No, I'm
NASCAR.
saying show.
Oh yeah.
Go to the iRacing.
I'm
Show, there you go.
an
There you go.
idiot. I'm sorry, guys.
Now you have to. You can't do it now that you're loading into a session.
It's all right.
You can't do it now that you're loading into a session.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. But anyway, so this is what it looks like.
While it's loading.
Yeah, this is what it looks like while it's loading. Dude, the music notes is amazing. I love the music notes. At first, I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was kind of hesitant about it, but the more you played with it, the more you kind of tweak the color, tweak the transparency, and how they were hidden, but not. It was like, okay, I can rock with this. I love it, and it. For the people that haven't seen it, my Strung car for Xfinity or for the Rogue Energy. It's basically the exact same car, only that it has a different side. like,
Right,
um,
and it's a little different.
yeah, I mean, obviously different body, different design on the side. It's just like I love this car. I love my Rogue Energy car. Every car that has been made, besides one, but wasn't actually made by Black Magic Studios.
We
Um,
won't talk about that
we won't.
car.
We won't.
We can, no, we can. We don't mind. It's not a. We're not against other people. We know everybody paints cars. Derek would load the car in at night, where it's really hard to see.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? Listen, we're
Too bad. Just go to it anyways.
yeah, yeah. Shift.
Control F12.
See, this is where I'm getting used to everything. I'm brand new to it.
There it is. There it is. There it is. Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that baby.
WASD. There you go.
So we got the chrome. So you said it was hard to do the hexagons, right?
Right. You can see the red to black fade right there in front of the right behind the 7,
Yep.
and it actually fades into white. It disappears. It's something totally new. And then to get the back to line up was even more difficult. What I like about the chrome color is the car looks black. Like look at the roof, it looks black right now. But then you have the color, but it's not hard to lock in. Also, from my understanding, get in practice early. Get in practice for Daytona. Get in practice early and find a buddy. Get in practice early, find a buddy because that's the guy you're gonna want to work with. He's gonna stick with you if you go to the back, stick with you when you go to the front. Uh, Preferably, you're gonna pick somebody who's your teammate that you can talk to. That way, you guys can coordinate when you're going to pit road. You can go, "Hey, we're pitting," or "Hey, it's time to go." Because if you're in my chat room, which I'm sure you will be, you're gonna hear me go, "I'm tired of sitting here. We're going to the front," and we'll be in the front in about 10 laps, if not less. Well, this is the first AMA 500. Yeah, yeah. Everybody is a rookie when it comes to Daytona. So so we're gonna officially announce it right here, right now. I've been saving it till this week. If you're part of AMA and you need a paint scheme, we're giving you a 15% off discount right through Discord or right on our Facebook. You do need to prove that you're in the AMA league to get the discount, but we're only giving discounts to AMA drivers all year. But don't ask for a paint scheme every week. More power to you. Yeah, I get confused and we get overloaded very quickly. So I I need all the help we can get. It happens. And and then we have a group of guys who from Australia who's getting like 80 paint schemes. So those guys know like, hey, we need some time. We're gonna do like 5 or 10 of these at a time and then keep going. But because they know it's Daytona time, they know it's Bathurst time because Bathurst is like next month or this month or whatever.
What do you think is going? Who do you think is going to win?
Loaded question. Loaded question. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying. Who do you think is going to win the Clash races? Do you have a prediction?
The like the
AMA.
AMA ones.
Yeah.
Okay, AMA. Um, give or take, depending on who shows up. Again, we don't know about half the truck guy. We don't know about half the people in the league. I think Xfinity's gonna be a toss up, but it'll probably be a Black Magic car via the bumper. The trucks will probably be Klaus Williams, the 04. He's pretty much a hot shoe no matter what he gets into.
The
Uh,
2023 Truck Series champion.
2023 Truck Series champion. He beat me by about half a straightaway. Um, a Cup, we don't know. I don't know who any of the people are. I just we'll have to see.
Yeah. And, and the cool thing is about this podcast, we are also going to talk about real race, not just NASCAR, but Indy, F1, endurance.
Talk about what's going on and all that.
So, who do you think is going to win the Clash in real life? I think it's going to be a Toyota
That's
driver.
that's gonna be a tough one too. Well, there's not many Toyotas. If I'm kind of leaning towards either a Penske car or a Gibbs car.
Okay, yeah. I think Tyler
Probably
Reddick maybe.
Probably Joey Logano or Tyler Reddick.
Yeah, yeah,
They're kind of
yeah,
maybe Denny. Denny's good at Martinsville.
yeah. With the Clash, the Coliseum, it is you have
It's
no
luck.
you have
It's luck.
no time to like think. It is literally straightaway turn, straightaway turn, straightaway turn. It's you're doing the amount of laps at or the amount of time at Bristol, but it just seems like the straightaways
Way
are
harder.
so short. It's flat. There's no banking. It's just by the
There's no
time you
what?
get off a corner, you have to be prepared for the next corner.
Well, I
like,
mean, the laps I've turned, you have to lift at the start finish line.
yep,
You come out of four, you lift at the start finish line, and hope the guy behind you doesn't kill you.
yep. It is difficult. It is very very difficult. I just want to get to next week.
There will be hurt feelings, but it's about having fun.
Yep. What are you most excited about with the Daytona duels and Daytona qualifying?
My plan is to go into the duels and try to win the thing. I don't care where I qualify. I'm gonna go try to win the duels. And then if we don't, we don't. If we do, we do. And then I'm gonna save that. If we get a quick repair, I'm gonna save that quick repair till at least halfway.
I didn't know we were getting a quick.
If we get one, we get one. If we don't, we don't. I'm not sure. Uh, For those of you who don't know what a quick repair, it's basically a backup car sitting on pit road.
Yeah. It literally
I,
takes 2 seconds to get in and out of your car.
my plan is to always, I always sit on that quick repair till at least halfway.
Yeah. That is, yeah, that would be a game changer for sure. If we had one.
And from there, it's going to be. I'm either going to try to lead all the laps in the 500, or I'm going to try to run in the back and wait till the last 10.
Yeah, and we'll talk about more when it comes up. I think
next week.
Yeah, I think didn't you say we're gonna do a recap for Clash sometime this week?
I think we should do some kind of a recap for the Clash, or it'll be the beginning of the recap for the 500 or the pre-show for the 500. Either one. We haven't kind of figured that out yet.
Yep, and this has all just been planned for a couple weeks now, and we're like, you know what? Screw it. If the first episode sucks, yeah, if the first episode sucks, at least we know what we can change. Yeah, so my goal for the Clash is just to survive. Like, I would like to win it, but it just
make all the laps first.
It's gonna be very, very difficult for sure. Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about? I think we hit everything.
Talked about the race. We talked about the AMA races. We gotta show a commercial and talk about our sponsors maybe, but that's it.
Yeah. So we got some amazing sponsors, at least for Black Magic. I'm sponsored personally by Josh Everett, who makes amazing masks and sculpts anything and everything. Right now he's working on some Slipknot stuff. So if anybody knows Slipknot and follows Josh Everett, you know that he's actually making masks for Slipknot and Slipknot's merch. So really cool guy, really awesome dude. I am so happy to be friends with him and everything. I mean, he made me that mask right there. So that is a Corey Taylor mask. Love Josh Everett. Super cool guy. We also got Von Era, who makes a bunch of stuff. The salve for tattoos. I love tattoos. Obviously, I want to be covered up. Besides my face is the beautiful part. Okay. So we'll get. I got Von Era car coming. I totally forgot about that. We got dude. I'm so excited. I got some cars that haven't been even talked about besides behind the scenes, man. I got some sexy ass cars. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, and Josh Everett's Von Era, like I said, get strung. I feel like I'm missing. Oh yeah, Black Magic Studios. Duh. But we also got Admin Box, right?
Yep.
I don't. You take over. There's so many.
Point, we got Fish at the Admin Box out of New York. He's sponsoring the league. He builds button boxes that are already programmed to throw yellows, black flags, all that stuff for iRacing. It's built for iRacing. He calls it race control at your fingertips. Bully Dog Coffee Company. I believe he's on the East Coast, but I think he's more like Tennessee area. He makes coffee beans and grinds and stuff like that. W Energy, Big Jim's Cookies, No Pass Media, Track Racer sponsors AMA, Rogue Energy sponsors AMA. Got Harold with One to Go Studios, The Dream Vacations, all that stuff. And then we love Derek and everything Derek does for us.
Yeah,
like this podcast. Like this podcast, the Restart Box.
Yeah, and you know what? Before we head out, let's go ahead and pop up that commercial,
beautiful,
shall we?
Footage.
Yeah. So give us about a minute here.
A minute of your time.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and mute our mics and yeah. there is the commercial, and yeah, like Dunwoody said, if you are an AMA driver, don't hesitate. Really, don't hesitate. This is a 15% off all year to get an amazing paint scheme. I have not been disappointed except once. I was disappointed once, and we talked about it earlier. So, but it was all it was all fixed, and like I said, I got paint schemes that haven't been released yet that I'm super excited about, and I want to thank Dunwoody and all the guys at Black Magic for giving me this opportunity to join their team, being able to be their photographer, or not photographer, that's Colby, videographer, along with hosting their podcast, driving for their team, and being the sexy face of the Black Magic Studios. Dunwoody, do you have anything else you want to add on before we head out?
You can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. Come check us out. Message if you want something. We can do other stuff other than just iRacing stuff too.
Yeah, I think we had somebody asked if we can do like real life wraps for their cars. I don't know if you want to touch on that.
We don't really want to get into that, but it more we can help you design your T-shirts. And
yes, that's I can't.
Stream graphics, logos, race logos.
We got you guys.
Stuff like that.
So, like he said, find us Black Magic Studios all over Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, MySpace, Linked, Indeed, everything. Black Magic Studios. Reddit, yeah, Reddit. We're not on the hub. At least not yet. Oh. So, that does it for the Restart Box. That was episode 1, lap 1, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, thank you for everybody for joining, and we will see you in the next one. As I always like to say in the end of my streams, which I'm going to hopefully continue to do unless Dunwoody says not to do it, but we're going to do it today. We appreciate everybody watching, and it has come to that time. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. Good fucking night.